Direction sense, I believe, is one of the easiest topics of logical reasoning. Okay. In fact, whenever you are giving a paper of logical reasoning, you can always try to solve the questions of direction sense first. Okay. And then you can proceed with the other questions. Clear? This will help you. Now, what type of questions you get here? Direction sense, you get questions from this topic generally involve an individual traveling certain distances in certain directions, and we simply need to find out what is the final direction in which the person is moving, or what is the total distance covered by the person for the given scenario. Okay. And the best way to solve these questions is to represent the traces of the path traveled by the person, assuming you can assume that you were the person in the question. Okay. And the best way is to represent the traces, draw the path followed by the person as found in the information provided in the question. Okay. We'll quickly look into one question. And like, you know that there are four main directions: north, south, east, west. And in between we have four cardinal directions: northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. Okay. Things to be noted in this particular topic, that at the time of sunrise, if a man is standing facing the east, if the man is facing the east in during the time of sunrise, then his shadow will be towards west, right? Anything like in the time of sunrise, guys, all the shadows will be towards the west. So if the man is facing the east, if his head is in the east direction, so his shadow will be in the west direction. Okay. And the opposite, at the time of sunset, the shadow will always be in the east. During sunrise, all the shadows will be towards west, and at the time of sunset, all the shadows will be towards east. If a man is standing facing the north, okay, just imagine that you are the person facing the north. So at the time of sunrise, your shadow will be towards your left. Okay. You are facing the north direction, and at the time of sunrise your shadow will be towards your left, because on your right side we will have east, where the sun is rising. So the shadow will be on the west, which will be on your left hand side. And accordingly, at the time of sunset, if you are facing the north direction, so your shadow will be on the right side. Okay. At 12 noon, the rays of the sun are vertically downward. Hence, there will be no shadow. Okay. You just need to follow these basic things. Anyways, they will never ask you on 12 noon. All the questions are either based on sunrise or sunset. Okay. If it is a question related to shadows, always short. And if they are asking you to find out the total distance, you or the distance traveled by the person, always shortest distance should be calculated unless mentioned otherwise. Okay. If the question is asking you something else or something extra, then it's a completely different scenario. But when they are asking only the distance, then you need to go for the shortest distance. The shortest distance will be simply a straight line joining the initial position and the final position. Okay. Clear, guys? Yeah, displacement. You can say in physics, we use this term displacement. Okay. So let's try to look into this question. Salman walks southwards, then takes a half right turn and then a left turn. So in which direction is he walking now? Try out this question, guys. And the four options are southeast, southwest, south, and north. Salman walks southwards. Imagine that you are walking south and then you are taking a half right turn. What is the meaning of half right turn, guys? If you take a complete right, you move 90 degrees. So if you are taking a half right turn, you are moving 45 degrees. So I see that almost everyone is getting the correct answer. Okay. It's option A, southeast. And everyone, I believe, has made it in this way, right? The initial position is at the top. First you moved southwards, then a it was a half right, right? So then a half right, then left, and thus it is southeast direction. Okay, great. So moving ahead, next question. Try this one, guys. Okay, so I believe everyone is getting the correct answer here again. Option C. So let's look into the answer. It's option C, west. Okay, everyone got the correct answer. So you can see, guys, that this topic is quite easy. Generally, I don't see anyone having any difficulty in solving the questions of direction sense. So whenever you come across an aptitude paper, in the logical section, you can always try to identify these questions and solve them first. Okay, next question for you. This one is based on distance. You need to be a little bit careful when the question is about the distance. Okay, you always need to go for the shortest distance unless mentioned otherwise. Try out this question now. Three people have responded till now. Now three responses became six responses. I'm quite happy. Please try out, everyone. Don't copy the responses of the friends who have answered till now. They might be wrong. Now guys, you can see that option A and option C are very close, right? The only difference between option A and option C is in the units of the distance. In option A, it is mentioned as kilometers, while in option C, it is mentioned in meters, right? Let's look into the solution for this particular question. It is option A. You can see first the person moved 10 kilometers towards south. So in the direction, in the diagram, you can see 10 kilometers towards south. Then the man turned east and covered 10 kilometers. So east 10 kilometers, and then the person turned right 10 kilometers, and then again left 10 kilometers. So this would be your diagram. And when you join the initial position and the final position, then what you need to do now, a lot of you might find it difficult to calculate the distance. So guys, whenever you are finding out the distance and you are finding the shortest distance, you always need to make a triangle. Okay, try to complete the triangle. Okay, try and always try to complete the triangle and then use Pythagoras theorem. This direction will come from Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so when you try to complete this triangle, you will see that the two sides of the triangle is coming out to be 20 kilometers each. So the hypotenuse which we need to find out will be root over 20 square plus 20 square. That will give you 20 root 2. Okay, so this should be your approach.